Hello, traders. Happy Friday. This is Andy. Let me know when you can see me or hear me. And I actually made a mistake there and I sold too much. How much here? What I got? Ah. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Guys, let me know when you can see or hear me, or actually both. All right, JC. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to the support webinar, the Friday edition. My name's Andy. This is the place you come. Hey, Trader 77, how you doing, buddy? Oh man, I'm not nuking it today. No, I am uh not nuking it. I scalped some the other day. Yesterday, I had a really good trade in NNE. I bought it in pre-market, and but yeah, had obviously I wish I'd have known that news was going to come out. But typically, I day trade these, and occasionally I will definitely hold some, but not this time. Wished I had. All right, let me since I do have some positions over here, let me grab this and move it over and enlarge it to see what's going on. Giving back a little bit today, obviously with the market. Hopefully it'll get better before day's end. You sold Oklo yesterday too. Yeah. Yeah, I had INOQ yesterday as well, and I did scalp that one out. But to be honest with you, I sold it. I sold it probably before I should have. There was a lot more meat on that bone. I think I sold it around 45, and thing got all the way up to like 48. Uh, but yeah, that was a good one. And let me just bear with me 1 second because I was quick getting over here. Just want to make sure I didn't mess something up over here. All right, we're good. Yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot today. As a matter of fact, it gave back a little bit, but it's been a great couple of weeks, and I am fine with that. I don't want to be heavy into the weekend, especially with the action we're seeing today on the gap down, having a hard time, bouncing. Uh, so did buy some more Amazon in pre-market. I thought that was a gift coming down here. I think I bought it at, oh gosh, 197. Scalped out of some, but Tesla's still trying to hold up today, but not doing a whole lot. Just kind of waffling around sideways, like a lot of stuff is. I'm just not. I'd be surprised, but this market has a way of surprising you. If we rally, I shouldn't even say I'd be surprised. But I've definitely thinned out a lot. I don't see. I can't be heavy in this market. Taking a look real quick, let's dive in, take a look at the SPY, and we'll make it, let's see what we have. And once again, guys, if you have any questions regarding the software or anything you want me to take a look at, just drop it in the chat there. I'll be happy to do my best to answer it. But you can see here the SPY gap down this morning right at the 200-day moving average, so it didn't surprise me that we got a little bounce. But not seeing a whole lot of umph, you know since that early bounce. Let's take a look at the cues real quick. And the cues are still kind of in no man's land. This one, eventually may want to come down and test this. Uh, Obviously, the 500 is a huge pivot, and that's exactly where the 20 period moving average is. So it just feels like a lot of times when a stock gets caught in no man's land, it typically will continue course until it meets some support of some. And right now, we're just kind of in no man's land. So we'll see what happens. IWM is actually the strongest of the day. You can see this is just fractionally down, fighting back nicely, running into its 20 period moving average, which is it's kind of nice to see. Maybe we'll get some love in the small caps. Yeah, Steve was able to hold on to some of those. He did a good job trading those things. I just uh, I just didn't have a lot of conviction. And I imagine at some point, the shorts are probably looking for an entry. A lot of them probably got run over too. That's for sure. But you're talking about some companies. I think a couple of them are not even showing revenues yet. So uh, anytime you see stocks like doubling and things like that without revenues, yeah, I'm typically one to take profits pretty quick on that. I'm sure it's a great model, great concept. I'm sure they'll probably do well in the future, but I wouldn't want to hang on to it during an earnings report, probably. Clear off some of these price alerts. I thought some of these AI stocks would follow with all the action that you've seen in the quants and the nukes. Actually, thought AI had a strong day yesterday. He could make a move today, but so far no good. And BBAI, I held some of that overnight, and that one uh, just can't get anything going. As a matter of fact, I sold a big chunk of it right before I came on. Rum, obviously, you guys, anybody who follows Steve knows he's always in this thing. I picked up some today. I mean, that's me. That's a textbook entry. Got it at '07. So we'll see if that works out. Obviously, this is an easy one. If it does break that 20, you got to be out. Okay, let's see. Hi, Jason. How are you? Thank you for enjoying my stream. Not sure if you can help, but I have a scan I'm trying to implement. Stocks closing red on the day, but the opens green the following day. Yeah, let's work on that. Shouldn't be too difficult. I think we can do that. Do you have one that you started that you're working on, Jason? Oh, I don't think you can put cloud. That's right. You can't paste cloud links in here. But let's just dive in. It should be easy to construct. Just go in here, and we're going to just start from scratch. It's always a good lesson for everybody, especially the ones that are new, to work on building a new alert. So you always want to double click until you see that orange arrow, so that let you know that basically all the filters have been wiped clean. And then you just go to the search function when you have an idea in your head, like Jason has here, and you're going to see he wants stock that finished yesterday uh, in the red. So let's just go to search term and let's call it previous day. There you have it. Change in previous day percentage. So all we have to do is add filter. And then we just want to make sure, like you said, it finished red. So all we have to do is put max right here, is put a 0. And we have this little spy spyglass that you can click on, and it says the price was down yesterday. So we know the stock was down yesterday. Okay. And you wanted to know if it was down yesterday. Now you're probably gonna want some more parameters because this is gonna have a lot of stocks on there. Well, let me ask you this, Jason. Are you looking for just a top list? Or are you looking for an alert window? In other words, do you want to see something the prior day, or I'm sorry, the following day, like it uh, up a certain percentage going through a new high or anything like that, or do you just want it up on the day? Just opens green. I mean, I could do that, but you're going to have tons. I mean, that's going to probably be, if I had to guess, you know, at least a couple of thousand stocks probably they're going to meet that criteria. Let's say up over, let's say gapping up over 2% or trading up over 2%. Gapping up over 2%. That the yes for that, or is it for trading up? Just put gapping or trading. Jason, do you want it gapping up over 2%, or do you just want to see it gapping? Okay. All right. So there you have it. Yeah, we have one filter in there. We know it was down yesterday. And we're going to come up here and then we're just going to put search. Keyword he uses, gap. Okay. So we're going to do gap percentage. Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't do it. Ah, that's stupid. Let's do it in a top list. From what you're giving me so far, we're going to do a top list. Change in previous days. Add filter. We're going to put 0. And then we're going to go back and we're going to do gap. Add filter. And you want it up over 2%. Now, here's the problem. Relative volume doesn't work in uh, pre-market. But here's what you can do. Uh, there's a couple that do, a couple that, well, I'm trying to think what a filter though would be. Uh, Now, once the market opens up, okay, we'll go back and let's do this. Okay, let's close this. We'll go back to alert window. Gap percentage, 2%. Now we're going to come in here and we're just going to use a new high for the alert. And then we're going to come in here and you want relative volume over 2. Should be in there, relative volume over 2. And let's put volume today in there as well. Otherwise, you'll get things that are doing 15,000 shares. So let's say volume today has to be doing, do 200,000. And we'll do, let's see, price. You have a price range that you would like, Jason? Like $5 to $100 or whatever. What price range would you like? Over five. Okay. All right. So let's add some columns. Definitely want symbol. We want price, and always good to see the relative volume. Let's do change of close percentage first. Uh, volume. Let's do volume in the 5 minute. Or relative volume first. Volume in the 5 minute, so you can see the surge of volume. And let's go ahead and put gap in there so we'll know what the gap was. All right. And we'll call it down yesterday, up 2% today. All right, let's take a look and see what we have here. And okay, we'll just go through and do a make sure. Let's go through and do a history, see what came through this morning. All right, so right out of the chute, you had quite a few, coming through. Uh, Now we can always go through and add some more. Okay, I can see we have a lot of ETFs, so let's eliminate the ETFs because I see we've got a lot of downsized ETFs in here. So we're going to come in here, and the way to do that, guys, you just go to earnings per share. You want to make sure that whatever comes through has earnings. So you add filter, and you put zero point zero 0.01 over here, and you point negative zero point zero 0.01 on this side. All right, that's going to eliminate a lot of them. Okay, yeah, it's much more cleaner now that we've done that. So Fro had a gap. KGC. It's gold. I'm seeing a lot of gold plays in here. There you go. There's a good one. You gap and go right from the get go. Uh, B. Seeing the same gold. A lot of gold plays. MRUS. Ooh, nice one there. Gap and go there. Look at that. Just beautiful. Just went through that crazy and just ripped. UEC, uranium. Well, we can definitely add a short float. If you're looking for maybe a short squeeze, we can definitely come in here and add a short float so you can kind of see who might be. And we're going to show column is all we need to do. And okay, okay. So now you have your short float in there. Almost 10% in that MRUS. Bro, not a whole lot of short float in that. UEC, not bad, almost 13%. You like that? All right, I'll share it with you. Let me put it back on real time. And you can always go in here and make any additions that, maybe you find another filter that you'd want to use, just go ahead and add it. Let me put it back on real time, and then we'll just share this with you. Nice, nice Tesla. Actually bought some more today. Down then gap. You're welcome, Jason. Yeah, Tesla's not pulling back much. It's not giving people, I kept hoping for a move down to this alert here to add some around even 3:30. I couldn't get that, so bought some more this morning. Yeah, these freaking AI stocks, they have nothing. AI is probably, well, PLTR obviously is the bellwether, but of the other little pissants, uh, this one I made some good money on this one the other day, and it's still setting up. Keep an eye on this one going forward. It's wedging beautifully. Uh, okay, Jim, did you have a question previously? Uh, can you answer a question about TI web version? You know what? I can try. I mean, here's the thing, Jim. We'll go ahead and ask your question. I mean, it still works fine, but we're eventually phasing that out and getting ready for kind of our new uh, kind of, let's just call it a new web version. It's more of a kind of uh, cleaner, easier, but that's what we're going to be rolling out in the near future. I shouldn't say near future because we're still working on the money machine. But once we get that behind us, but go ahead. I'll try to tackle it, Jim. Since we don't support it, I haven't even looked at it in a while, but I have before. But if you ask your question, I'll do my best to answer it. I think Steve's in here, so he can probably help me if I can't. I'm on a Mac, and while the web version is simplified, it works well for my setup. Okay, good. So trade wave signals appear fine in real time on browser charts, but not seeing any Holly AI signals on the charts. Yes, that could be just a bug. Because I know a lot of times we have to. Well, let me just. Okay, so you're not seeing them like when you click on your, even when you click on your uh, the AI stock inside the panel, inside the. Do you have a panel similar to this in the web version? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yes, you should. Your AI real time signal should be available in the in the web version. Okay, doesn't have a panel. Does it have? I'm trying to remember where you see it. Let me. I spent a long time, but let me go ahead and close. Ah, geez. Oh, let me save this. Do they even have a? Are you using a Mac user? Mac. Do we not even have a launch trade ideas anymore web version? Thank you, Peppy. Well, yeah, you can tell I haven't supported this in a while. We used to have in the download section a place to launch web access. Where's web access? Where am I missing that? I got download beta. They moved it around on me. There we go. Maybe I can get it here. All right. So let me AI Holly AI strategy trades window, right? That would be that, correct? Now, are these on? Okay, I am getting them on my charts. So I am getting the signal on these charts here. Let's see. There with the stop and everything. So Jim, you're not getting that if you go to the portal that I just went to, this strategy trades window. Okay. Yeah, you should be able to see them. Did you get where I would access that from? I went down to actually into the footer section. So let me know if that doesn't work. But yeah, it looks like it's working fine for me. Definitely getting the arrow, the signal, the stop. Even have the strategy names. I haven't seen those in a while. Mighty Mouse. You're welcome, Jim. You're welcome. And this should just log me out if I do that. Got to cut back on some of my windows. I got to go through it all again. Also, Jim, if you're not opposed, to parallels, it does work great on parallels or AWS, but I know some Mac users don't like to do that. They like a clean Mac computer. All right. That's take a look. The market just still, yeah, I'd be surprised if we did anything, but like I said, who knows? You get somebody, something like Tesla going. Let's take a look at the other big boys, see what they're up to. Nvidia is hoping to get a drive down in that one to the 200-day this morning. Didn't get it, and they're all red except Netflix is flat. That thing's just freaking monster. You can't won't sell off. AMD, no man's land. All right. Any more questions, guys? Just drop it into the chat. We'll a couple of good ones today, especially that building that alert is always fun. Let's pull that back over, see if anything there. Nothing's really helping. The MRS still going. I'd love to have seen that. That's a beautiful gap and go breakout right there. It's also on my extreme volume high-low pro. Let's take a look and see what else has come through here. Wait, I need to do today. A lot of the same ones, actually. Well, AI is hanging in there. Put me another alert if it goes back to highs. Yeah, go ahead and stick alert right there at highs on that Tesla. Yes, John, it's really easy. The best way to do it, if you want to find the AI trades for today, there's a couple of, I think the easiest thing to do is just go to new, okay, in the toolbar, and then just go down until you find the premium AI strategy trades window. Okay, that's going to give you everything for today. Now, it's going to be defaulted to any profitable. Okay, if you want to see them all, just go to uncheck that, and then you'll be able to see all of them. LTBR, remember that one coming across? That was a nice one right there, 3015, breaking through that level and got as high as 16. So definitely a good one there. UEC's kind of pretty much flat, up a little bit. NXC, same thing there, but could get going, especially if gold continues to run. And this one was one that it uh, looks like it stopped out to a T right there. Did you get that, John? Once again, just go to new in the toolbar and go to uh, AI strategy trades window. Now, if you want kind of more of an in-depth view of some things, you can go to our new docked window. I'm sorry, dock channel bar. Okay, and we have a TI long and TI short window, and this will give you, the trades from the day, but it'll also have our signals that are in the money. And I find this quite interesting because a lot of times these signals will keep going, and let's take a look at this Oklo, OCLO, and hmm, why is it not showing me the signal in there? Probably because it's on a 10-minute. Let's put it on the daily. Yeah, there's your signal right there. 38.21. So a lot of times, guys, these things can continue to work. Uh, and it'll show you all the ones that are in the money. And a lot of times you can look for pullbacks in them. So it's a nice place to go if you want to look at stocks. And you can change this. I think it's defaulted to 60 days, but you can come in here and look at the last, I'm sorry, 30 days, and you can put the last 60 days in there to get all the stocks that were have shown the last 60 days. So it's always good, to come check this out, man, because you can find some trade. You can also find some trades that you got in and scalped it for 25 cents. That's now up $25. So it can kind of be, but I hope you got that, uh, John. Good. Jason says, curious to know your entry techniques when you find a ticker you're interested in. Yeah, typically what I'll do is, of course, today it wasn't all that great with the huge gap down, and the way the market kind of closed off yesterday. Didn't have a whole lot of signals in there, but I like to look for setups. Uh, Stocks that are setting up. Let me see if I got an example in this case. I've been doing a lot in this market. Been doing a lot of buying on weakness. Let's see. You got to start get going now, BBI. But here, I'll share what I use to do my homework with. All right. It's called my homework, Trader Eye homework. And what I'll do each night and then each morning, I'll come and look for stocks that are setting up. Now, you can see some stocks are setting up in here right now. I mean, I don't watch it during the day. I like to see, things that are fresh setting up in the morning. I like to see how they closed. But it doesn't mean you can't watch them in the morning because you can still see some nice setups that are happening. And you kind of see what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to buy all time or stocks that's run 3 days. So I'm looking for stocks that have had a run and that are pulling back. And you'll see kind of a common look in all these. DHT, this one here's one that's pulled back. Now it's bouncing off its 20, putting in a green bar. Maybe one I want to watch if it breaks through this level on Tuesday. So that's typically what I'll do. I'll typically, look for these setups and watch them closely. A lot of times I will take a small position before they even go through my number. And then that way I'm kind of early and I can always add to it once it does go through the number. But when you get this kind of volatility in the market like we've seen the last couple of days, it can take a while for them, the good ones to set back up again. Okay, yeah, Steve dropped it in there for me. Thank you, Steve. Well, Steve dropped that in there if you guys want to check it out. But like I said, when you got that huge gap down, today. I wasn't, I wasn't, looking at it that close because everything was gapping down so much. Okay, the Qs are actually trying to go back to highs, and BBAI just when I gave up on a chunk of it, but I actually like this AI better. Yeah, and if Jason, do you know how to load that link? If you don't, let me know, and I will. Uh, I'll run it through it right quick. Okay, thanks. Oh, Vito's in here calling out some signals. CRWV. Yeah, definitely some momentum there. This is one with my swing trading style. I'd probably want to see it maybe pull back, to this 10 period moving average. but it's definitely some strength. Yeah, Pony is I'm upset about that one because I missed it. It's pulling back now, but that one was the one that I missed on this day right here. I think I've already taken my price alert. I erased the price alert, but that was a beautiful setup coming into that one. I'm hoping this WRD, if this thing gets through, uh, this 50 period, right? If it goes back through 11, I want to be really loaded up on this. It's been basing for a while, and you can see the volume coming in on these up moves. That was earnings right there, and it's just being real stubborn, but uh, definitely something I want to be in if it does crack that 50 period moving average because I think it's going to be explosive. But we'll see. Do want to set alert in that one in case it ever. I got some in there already. Yep, Q's trying to go to highs. All right, guys, got about 10 more minutes. So if you have any question, be sure to get in. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Uh, when will the new version be dropped? Yeah, we're still probably. I haven't got it in my hands yet, so I think we're going to have a beta coming out to us in the next week or two. Okay, and that way the traders here can really test it. Uh, I don't. We're probably going to have a version for you guys uh, before we actually have the money machine version. So there'll be probably two versions. And then when we do release it, the money machine, version, it'll be for paper trading only. Not gonna let people just dive in right at first. But I don't have the exact date on that, Vito. So it's just at the mercy of the dev team. Well, Jay, I have a sector analysis here that I keep always keep on my list here. So I mean, on my layout, so I can monitor, what sectors are strong. Now I can see change from the close. Okay, this is change from the close percentage, and then I can see also change from the open. Now, if I wanted to see what I believe you mentioned the last hour, I could come in here and do a uh, configure and go to search, and I believe it's called 60 minute change in 60 minutes. Yeah, yeah, change in 60 minutes, and I could show column. Let me make sure that's in there. Yeah. So now I just added a change in 60 minutes. So if you wanted to sort by that, I just double click right there and it would tell me like the tan sector has had the biggest move in the last 60 minutes. Does that make sense, Jay? It's so any column that click on, that's where it's going to sort. So you can come. Okay, great, great. Let me know if you need any more help with that. But it's pretty simple. Just add the change in 60-minute column, and that way you can always sort by that. Sort by change from the open if you want to. See the change, this tan sector s- gap down. It's actually doing pretty well. It's actually green on the day. XLP is consumer staples, and yes, I'd say it is leading the spies because it is actually green on the day. Yeah, the only there's I don't know what you mean by legend there. I mean, the really all you got to do is when you're setting up indicators is you can always go in here and you can do modify indicator, and you should be able to modify colors. I don't think there's going to be a legend in here. You're just going to have to click on there to see what the color is. Right now, I got mine set up volume up candle green. So basically, those are the steps you have to do to see those. Yeah, yeah. I play Chinese. I haven't been playing them. Typically, the when China stocks get kind of in no man's land, I typically don't play them that much. The only one I'm in right now is WRD, just because I like the way this is setting up and a potential bottoming process. I am in a little XPEV I bought this morning that I don't even have on my screen. Just like just I just bought it at this off the 20 period here after earnings. It came all the way down, and so but I got a tight stop on it, so I didn't even put it on my radar because if it goes back to lows, I'll be out. Uh, but yeah, typically when it comes to China, I don't like it when it kind of gets sloppy in no man's land. Typically, I do best when it's kind of bottoming out. Like right here, I did very very well because it was near, gosh, like 20-year lows, and so it's a lot easier for me. You don't get the downdrafts as much when you're sitting on kind of support going back 20 years, and then it had a huge move, and I think I did well, when it got overextended right here as well. But man, when they get like this, kind of in no man's land, they get really tricky for me. So I don't play a whole lot of those right now. I'll wait for the setup, to to set up again. So it's just I'm not seeing a whole lot right now. Well, what you need to do, wait, hold on, let me see. Oh, there you go. Pepe had an answer for you when you, if you want to click on any candle, a legend will pop up. Looks like you have to be using the HTML charts. So what he's talking about, if you do this, okay, yeah, you can see the stuff there. You got to make sure you're not on like a price alert. A price alert, it'll really screw it up. It can't be anywhere really near it. Uh, I I'll trade them all. You know, I like trading TME. That's a good one for me. Actually, that one's doing very well, breaking out right now again. Uh, I actually think TCOM is. Uh, I didn't think the earnings were that bad, but it's just kind of in no man's land right now. There's a lot. There's a lot of them I'll trade when they set up right. It just right now. I'm just seeing them. A lot of them just slop around. You know, in no man's. Now Tao is looking to do a nice little breakout right there. That could be explosive. Set me a price alert right there if it does take out that 5-day high. But probably the thing to do is get you a watch list, set up a watch list, and with some China names in there. And all you got to do, go to Chat GPT or Google and look for a list, just a list of China stocks, that trade on our exchange. Uh, and yeah, just copy and paste it into a symbol list, and now you have a nice little, you know. Yeah, well, yes, Pony and Word is setting up very similar to the way Pony did before it exploded. So, and they're the same type. They're both into the uh, autonomous driving. Uh, Now, Pony, yeah, like I said, I'm disappointed I missed that one. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. No, no, I don't trade reverse splits. And Jay, honestly, I am bullish. I just feel like we've come too far. I've been saying in my morning videos that to be careful because we've come a long ways and we could see some backing and some filling, and that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, but you got the 200-day. Yes, you are very good at that. But the way the capture is here, off the then just I will count, write stuff out now. Get take some profit and I think I can do 1/3 uh, and full yes, I would have taken it, pretty hard hit. But it's not the way I trade. Just when we get overextended, that's when I pull back. I've taken some nice drops. Uh, now I'm looking for maybe I can set up again, or I can, increase